Phone calls give me anxiety.
Otherwise, what can I help you with?
Inquire about a product.
If you are calling about the new NVIDIA graphics card, please be advised that all agents are busy at this time. Please hold.
I'm calling Walmart. Hello?
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 Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just wondering if tomorrow, if there will be any stock of the Nintendo Switch 2 for people who didn't pre-order.
It's first come, first serve.
Is that just when the store opens on the 5th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling GameStop, where the Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Press 1 to speak with an associate for more details.
Yes.
Thank you for calling GameStop. I'm just trading games for Dr. McFadden, so I can help you.
Hi, I'm just wondering if there will be any stock for the Nintendo Switch 2 for those who didn't pre-order.
We're probably gonna have some extras on the day of launch. Not too many. It'll just be first come, first serve.
Okay. And that will just be like when the store opens?
Yep.
Alright, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I could go to Target like really early in the morning, camp out maybe, see what's happening. If they don't have any, go to GameStop and see if there's any, because they open 2 hours later. I'll go to Target first on Thursday. I'll probably wake up early, like probably really early to go. And then if they don't have it, I'll go to GameStop, which if I don't get it at Target, I'm probably not getting it at GameStop, but we'll have to see. Okay, this part is really embarrassing, but I was recording myself driving to the Best Buy that I was going to get my Switch 2 at, and I accidentally recorded in slow motion. So all of that's gone. But yeah, basically I was just driving to Best Buy saying that I had a plan to go to GameStop after if the line looked too long, but I got there and just got on the line because it didn't look that long. It's a lady with sheets. I'm nervous she's not gonna have enough when she gets to me. I hate when people have conversations. Just give me my paper.
So you have a account with us?
I don't.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Yes. What I got? Oh my god. The waiting experience, I said when I got here that the line seemed pretty long, but actually, I'm not going to lie to you, it actually wasn't that bad. Okay, before we get on the road to go back home to open this up, I want to tell you about my actual buying experience. So as all of you know, if you've been watching this video so far, I did not have a pre-order. I did not have a pre-order because they sold out everywhere and I didn't have one. Just because I couldn't get one. They never restocked the pre-orders. So I just showed it to Best Buy, saw the line, got on, and hoped for the best. And the best happened because I got a Switch 2 with, like, they literally went on the line and said, if you don't get in there by 3 a.m., we're not going to be able to get you your console. Because they, like, for some reason have to stop taking transactions at 3 in the morning, which is weird. But I did get in. It is 1:48 in the morning, and I did get in there, and I got my Switch 2. It is right here. I didn't get any accessories with it because I don't need any. I'll get some in the future if I do. But I got it. I waited 2 hours, 3 hours, close to 3 hours, and I got it. I went to a store on launch day and got a Switch 2 without any, like, issue. And I'm so happy about that. I don't need to get into a car accident on the way out of the Switch 2 launch, so we're gonna be careful with that. What I do want to say is that there were a bunch of people on the line, and for like the first like 30 minutes or so, I was not speaking at all. I was not talking to anyone. kind of just because that's kind of who I am as a person. I'm a very, like, not antisocial person, but I just wasn't, like, talking. Like, I usually am just not a big talker, so I wasn't talking to really anyone. And then, like, this one guy made some comment. This guy, who's probably not even watching this video, but shout out to him, he made some kind of comment, and I, like, chimed in, and then we just started talking the entire time we were on the line, which was really cool. I look so red right now because of the light in front of me. Which was so cool because it kept me entertained. There were 3 people, and obviously I don't think any of them are going to see this video, so shout out to them. But they made the Switch 2 launch experience so much better because we were chatting the whole time. We were talking about retro games, we were talking about Steam, we were talking about the Switch 2, obviously the Switch 1, we were talking about all that kind of stuff. And that made the actual experience a lot more bearable, if you can believe it. But yeah, they just made the whole experience like a lot more bearable because I had something to do while I was online. I was talking to them the whole time, which was so cool. And like, I tweeted about this, but I am so happy, even if it's just at a Best Buy, that I get to experience the midnight launch event, like whatever that can be considered nowadays, because I never got to experience that because I grew up, the first game console that I fully paid attention to was the Wii U, and then the Switch I got for Christmas that year. And so I never got to experience a full like midnight launch event, and the fact that I'm doing it right now is so cool. But I do have the bundle with Mario Kart World, so I'll try that out obviously when I get home. So I will be seeing you guys when I'm at home and unboxing this thing. See you then. Alright, here in preparation for the Switch 2, I have the original Nintendo Switch. I have the Nintendo Switch OLED as well. This is what I'm comparing the Switch 2 to the most, because it will be probably a good benchmark for what this thing is going to be at launch. This thing is what I will probably compare the OLED to in the future when they make an OLED Switch 2. This thing's charging. So okay, I'm gonna move these off to the side so we have more space for the Switch 2. And the Switch 2 is right here. I got only the Switch 2, as I said. It's from Best Buy, and it's the Mario Kart World bundle, so that'll be cool to test out. Oh, okay. Rude. There we go. I don't care if you see my messy desk. This is a moment. There it is. There's the Switch 2. The device I just spent $500 on. Here's the right Joy-Con. Hello. The left Joy-Con. And the console itself. This thing's kind of big. Like, not kinda, it is big. Look at it compared to the Switch OLED. Like, it's taller than the Switch OLED. And wider, like so much wider. Jesus. Okay, let's open that in a second. Let's see what else is in here. This is a digital download of Mario Kart World, right? Yep. Scratch off for download code. I'll do that. The high-speed HDMI cable, grips, I guess. The Joy-Con straps. It's a charging brick and cable, which I like. We don't have to stick with the really old brick that was there before. And here's the dock. Nintendo Switch 2. Now, okay, I don't have the dock for the original Switch, but the OLED dock isn't that different. So here it is. Here's the dock. So here's the original Switch's dock, and the OLED Switch's dock, and the Switch 2's dock. I think this looks a lot sleeker. It's definitely a lot wider and bigger. Like, look at that difference. Oh, the side looks weird. It's definitely more rounded. Oh, and there's vents in the back. I don't know that much about this console. There's vents all over it. And here's the grip for the Joy-Cons. No different. I mean, it is different, obviously, because the Joy-Con 2s are magnetic, so it can't be the original Joy-Cons thing. And here's the Switch 2. The actual device itself. Oh. Okay, so I know there was a little bit of controversy with this dock here. This does feel very stable. We can go so far back. The only controversy is that it's so small compared to something like the Switch OLED's kickstand, because the Switch OLED's kickstand was like the entire half of the back. but I think these are going to be like similar in quality. If not, this one's going to be a little better. It's probably they just found a way to save money on production, and they did that. So, okay, let's open up the Joy-Con and attach it. There we have it, Switch 2. Okay, so here's the Switch 2 actually. I mean, everything just feels upgraded. Like these Joy-Cons feel nicer. I mean, here's the C button and the home button. Should we plug it in? Let's plug it in. Oh, okay. It says it's almost fully charged. The battery life on here says it's going to be like between like between 2 and like 6 hours, which isn't the best, but oh, here we go actually. English, the Americas. No, I'm not reading that. Set up my internet. You're not seeing that. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's music playing. Okay. Successfully connected. System update. Okay. Oh, it's doing that while I'm setting up. Oh, that's cool. Detach the right. That's when I'm holding the right button. Ooh, that felt very intuitive. It's like next with the detached Joy-Con controllers. I kind of like this. Okay, I'm going to do that later. Let's actually connect them to the Joy-Con 2 grip. Downloading update data. Okay. This is an OG Switch Joy-Con compared to a Switch 2 Joy-Con. Look at how small it is in comparison. The buttons are bigger. The joystick is bigger. The whole thing is bigger. It's just bigger. Here's the screen of the original Switch compared to that of the Switch 2. It's like a night and day difference. Look at that. Update complete. Okay. Begin system transfer. Sign into my Nintendo account. I forgot my Nintendo account login, so it's having me use a verification code. Yep. Okay, I have to update my Switch. System transferred to Nintendo Switch 2. Next. Save data for the following system. Remove from the system and transfer. Okay. Start receiving data. Oh. Why is it moving so fast? Preparing to start using this console. Yeah. Data has been sent, please. Successfully received data. Software will be downloaded later. Okay. Next. Screenshots and videos will be imported from the microSD card used with the Nintendo Switch console. Next. Used with your Nintendo Switch console ready. Okay, give me a second. Oh, there it is. It's down here this time. Cool. Start copying. Do I really need to, though? 5,000. Jesus. Like, what's the point of this? I guess I didn't need to say yes. Alright, you know what? While this does all of this, I'm going to take the time here to explain why exactly I got a Switch 2. Because many of you who follow my channel know that I don't do much Nintendo focused content. I do a lot of Nintendo content because I talk about Nintendo a lot in my content. Because when I talk about emulators, I usually talk about Nintendo emulators. But I rarely ever talk about Nintendo consoles unless it's the 3DS. And that's because every time I do, it underperforms like hell, which is annoying. But for my channel is very typical. Like, I've seen this before. So you might be wondering why I got a Switch 2 if I don't really play like actual Switch games and mostly just play emulators. And that's because that statement is false. I play a lot of Switch games. I play a lot of Nintendo games in general. Mostly on emulators, yes. I did play a lot on my Switch OLED. And on the Wii U, 3DS, obviously a lot of official Nintendo consoles. And as someone who's always been a Nintendo fanboy, I found the Switch 2, like, launch system as a whole, just very interesting. And I think it's cool to have as someone who's a big fan of Nintendo. So I wanted one because of that. But I mean, I've always been a Nintendo fanboy and I always find this stuff very interesting. I think it's all cool, and I think what they're doing with the Switch 2 is really cool, and I think I wanted to be one of the first people to have it. And I didn't get a pre-order, so I obviously had to go in person, which you saw. I got it. Here it is. And I'm going to be using it. And I will have a baseline for other portable emulators. We can compare it to the Steam Deck. We can compare it to the, I don't know, any other PC handheld that comes my way or that I use, because this will be playing a lot of the same games that are on those PC handhelds. So it'll be a good testing ground. Whereas the original Switch was severely underpowered and wasn't able to play a lot of the more modern games, this can play a lot of modern games like Cyberpunk 2077 and the DLC pack that came with it. All of that comes with is available to play on the Switch 2, which is really cool because none of that would be possible on the original Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I really bought this thing because I'm a Nintendo fan, also because I'm a consumer, and whenever I see something's launching and I can pre-order it, I will pre-order it. But the main reason why I pre-ordered this is because I'm a Nintendo fan. And I want to play their games, I want to play the console, I want to use their new console. I mean, there's not much more to it. I mean, it looks like a great handheld, it'll be a great handheld when I'm able to actually use it and it's not copying pictures, but we'll see. I think these Joy-Con straps are able to be used for mouse mode. It feels perfect on my mouse pad. Oh, that's cool. It just immediately recognized it. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it just immediately recognized it as I started using it. That's so cool. Okay, great. Why did I agree to that again? Okay, I don't care. Restart console. System transfer complete. Yay! Are you guys ready? Can I have this play every single time it turns on? Switch online, game chat, news, eShop, album, game share, controllers, virtual game card, system settings, and sleep. Okay. Enter code. Doesn't really matter that I'm showing this because it's not going to be redeemable anymore. Close. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hook this all up to my monitor and then see you there. Okay, so here we are with the Switch 2. Me. Let's make a me. Start from scratch. Style, face. What does my face look like? I have a little bit of blush. My cheeks are always red. Sure. Color. Sure. I feel like my eyes are very, like, circular. Nose. Yeah, sure. Mouth. It's pretty basic. Yeah, I guess. Color. Well, doesn't matter because I don't have lips. Body. I'm tall. Nickname. Nickname George. Hi. Is Mario Kart World done? Nope. What happens if I insert a Nintendo Switch 1 game? Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Oh, it just shows up? What the hell? They changed the icon? Okay. Mario Kart World, here we go. I'm excited. Oh, this looks so much better than 8. Oh, hello. Oh, I like this. Single player. Let's just do a little single player. Grand Prix. Who do I want to be? Because there are so many characters. Piranha Plant? No. Should I be the cow? I think I should be the cow. I want to try the Star Cup. There's no 200cc? Oh. Oh, this is already so much better. Oh. Oh, boost on the first one. Let's go. Okay, I have to get used to this. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. Why is smart steering on? Oh, there's a giant mushroom back. Oh. Gonna have to get good at this game. It's not even funny. Let's go. Yay. What the heck? Oh, I love like this level. I love the levels that are just ones that continue on themselves and don't just like do one lap over and over. Like that's so fun. Like this one is so fun. First place, baby. Ha. Suck it, Toadette. What the heck? What? What? I'm confused. Why are we all camouflaged? Okay, thanks. I don't know what the heck that was about. Okay, that's not what I was hoping to go for, but I got 5th. Where do I end up overall? Fifth gets me 2nd. Okay, I'll take that. First time ever playing this game, I got 2nd. I'll take that. Is this an award ceremony? Not just a little trophy? Like they did in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Cow. Cow was crazy. I got Rosalina. Okay, so now that we've tested out Mario Kart World, I think this is where I'm going to end this. If I have anything to say while editing, I'll put it in here. Because obviously after while editing, I will have done a lot more with this. So, hey guys, Editing George here. So, I've been using the Switch 2 for about a day now. Actually, 12 hours. Because I went to bed at 4 in the morning and it is now 4 p.m. So, I've been using it for about 12 hours now. Actually playing it. A little less, but still. And I absolutely love it. I'm gonna be fully honest, I've mostly been playing Mario Kart World, and that game is great. I think with a new Mario Kart game, they just revitalized the formula, made it super unique and something that I actually want to play instead of just like going through all the tracks and getting all the trophies and stuff like that. It actually feels like something I want to play more than just the accolades that you get from getting gold in 200cc or something. And I've been jumping into a lot of Switch games to see how they perform. Pokemon Violet is a game, obviously we all know, that ran horribly on the original Switch, and it's been running really well on the Switch 2. I mean, bad graphics can only get you so far. It's not like the Switch 2 version is just automatically going to have amazing looking graphics, but the Switch 2 version will help you get good frame rates and good draw distance. It'll look a lot better than it did on the original Switch. And I actually might play through it on here because the reason I stopped playing on my original Switch was because of the bad frame rate. And I just didn't want to deal with that, so I stopped playing. So maybe I'll finish it on here. Maybe I'll restart. Who knows? We'll figure that out. I did sign up for the expansion pass, Nintendo Switch Online. I hadn't had that before, but I signed up for it now. What I will say is Tears of the Kingdom runs so much better on here. It's actually insane. Like the Switch, it ran well on the Switch. I will say that. On here, it's like night and day. It runs like the frame rate's higher, everything feels smoother, everything runs better. The frame rate like doesn't drop all the time, and it just runs so much better and feels like a much smoother experience. Obviously, Tears of the Kingdom was pushing the original Switch's hardware to its limits. So the fact that this is getting it to run really well is really cool. And I think that just applies to like every Switch game that gets some kind of update. Every Switch game that was really powerful and really power intensive that got a Switch 2 update probably applies like it did for Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon Violet. Because the Switch 2 is so much more powerful, it's able to take these games and make them so much better, even if they were already really good. Tears of the Kingdom was a good experience on the original Switch. It just is so much better on here. The screen goes up to 120 frames per second. You can tell it looks so smooth and runs so well, and all the games that utilize it look really good. Obviously, a lot of games are probably just going to stick to 60, but the games that do go 120 frames per second or even like just above 60 look really good. And I know this is a big point of contention for a lot of people with the original Switch. The eShop works really well. Like, I'm not meaning like it's like a little faster. No, it's smooth. It doesn't have any music, sadly, but it works really well. Everything loads really quickly. It's not like it's just gonna take forever to load like it did on the original Switch, which is great. I'm so happy about that. So yeah, everything on the Switch 2 is just an upgrade in terms of software, and hardware is just really cool. Getting to do that is really cool. I like that. It's all just really nice. I think for like a follow-up to their most popular console of all time, they knocked it out of the park, at least for my first impressions. Obviously, we have to see how they support it in terms of software, but it looks like they're not going to be slowing down at all from the original Switch. So yeah, I'm really excited for the future of this thing, but let's throw it back to George from 12 hours ago. Okay, so if this is the future of Nintendo portable consoles, and the Switch 2 right now is the future of Nintendo for at least for so long. I don't know how long, but definitely a long time, considering how long the Switch 1 generation was. I think we're safe. I don't think we need to worry about another Wii U situation or another situation where Nintendo has a flop. I think this thing is really cool, and naming it Switch 2 is annoying. Yes, I do dislike the name, but I think it's smart in terms of branding, because now people can go and see, oh, this is the Switch 2. My grandson has the Switch 1. He's gonna love the Switch 2, something like that. But yeah, so I'm loving this thing so far. Obviously, I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so I'm gonna love what they do. But I'm loving this thing so far, and I'm gonna be using it a lot more. If you guys would like to see me talk more about like emulation in terms of Nintendo Switch Online, or emulation on the Switch 2 or of the Switch 2, let me know. Or if you just want to see more Switch 2 content, like if this video does well for some reason, then maybe I'll consider doing it. But if this video does not do well, then I probably won't. So let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.